Welcome to another edition of Geeky Bros React. We are here today after watching Dungeons & Dragons.
Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah. So you jump in first.
Okay, I'll go. I actually really enjoyed this film. It was not really something like we talked about it. It was something that like got better reviews than I anticipated. Went to go watch it. It was a lot of fun. Like I actually had a great time watching this. I would give it a solid like 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like I was laughing out loud a lot, and like, it just is. There are some problems with it, but at the same time, they kind of like call attention to it, and it really does feel like people who are just playing a game wrote the script and then just like made it into like a film.
Yeah, the actual people who like would sit down and play like Dungeons and Dragons, and I even though you say problems, I think that those things are actually some of the charm that it's
Exactly.
leaning into. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's meaning to be foolish. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's kind of what it is. Because like every time they would do something that makes you go, well, why was that part of the plot? And then it's like they actually make fun of it like 2 seconds later.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, I'm with you. I'm probably gonna give it a 9 because it's got the comedy of the classic films. Like we haven't had just good fun. I'm laughing the whole movie. Kind of moving a while. We get a lot of comedy films these days that try hard and never make you laugh, and it just they fall flat.
It kind of reminds me of like those satirical comedies from back in the day. Like you were mentioning Robin Hood, Princess Thieves, and also like Hot Shots Part 2, like that sort of stuff. Like
yeah,
it has that element of like the humor, and they do it really well. I would say that the weakness is the CGI for some parts of it. Sometimes it was really good, other times it was kind of like, but they do good practical costumes, which were really, really important.
I mean, keeping in mind that this is a movie that's entirely like CG in every scene, like they did a good job. They have some hilarious, like so good. The best way to describe this is if it was Guardians of the Galaxy, the crew in the first film where they just randomly meet each other, thrown into a fantasy world. And my favorite part of this, knowing that Dungeons & Dragons is a game where people are constantly inventing their own story as they go along, is that there are moments that happen in this that clearly just feel like somebody making stuff up in a room and not necessarily like what, it's not always logical, but it's hilarious that way. That it's just constant like things you're like, what? That's amazing. I don't know. I just love it. 9 out of 10 for me. Great time at the theater. Definitely a worthwhile going to the movie kind of movie.
Yes, this is definitely something to watch in theaters. Also, like the acting all across the board. Like literally, like I'm not a big fan of Michelle Rodriguez, and granted, she only has one range, but she did the range well for this one. And like Chris Pine and all the other new actors. Hugh Grant was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. Also, they have a couple of fun cameos that just will make you laugh hysterically.
Oh my gosh, that one cameo. All I'm gonna say is chair. And when you see what I'm talking about, you are going to be laughing. Plus, there's just so many hilarious nods at something like the final end climatic moment just has a great nod to Marvel that is hilarious.
Yeah, like clearly these people enjoy the game, enjoy watching Marvel, and was like, hey guys, we can do something with this. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with an 8.
Yeah, I'm stick with my 9.
I would highly recommend it. Check it out. See it in theaters if you can. Take the family with you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, that's another edition of Geeky Bros React.
So we'll catch you guys on Friday, aka tomorrow.
All right, peace.
Peace.